Welcome to the Minds of Yachtllywood, the podcast. Here we will uncover the stories behind the yachting industry.
You want to catch and get the clients, so you need to... At the end, there was a figure that was missing, a person that was missing, and it was the one that was connecting. Everybody live something very hard in their life, but at the same time,
that being authentic and owning who you are is the best and the absolutely best tool that you can have.
Authentic in what you are doing in that moment.
I'm Sofiana Bergolzi, your host, and now let's dive into the conversation. But first, take a little second and hit the subscribe button.
Dogs, can you stop playing?
C'è dell'amore qui.
Okay.
Ali.
So okay, give me one moment. Welcome again to this new episode of the Yachtllywood Podcast. Today we're with Elisa Vagnetti, and I cannot be happier to have her here.
Thank you,
Thank
Sofiana.
you, Elisa, for
Thank
coming.
you to all. Thank you, Sofiana, for the invitation.
And we will be talking about very nice and very inspirational topics, starting by the career of Elisa, but also some topics that are a little bit not so conventional, like the women role in yachting, and also the personal appearance and how this plays a role in the
Branding, yes.
Yeah? So, Elisa, let's start by you giving us a context of your background and how did you get into yachting?
Okay, thank you. My personal background is related to an international choice of option in life, okay? Because I decided to study international relations, so I got a master in international relations and political science. And from the university, I understood how beautiful was to talk with other people, and to know people and meet people from abroad, so not only European but from all the world. And I was very lucky, so I started to work in France. So I moved in different countries, so France, and then Italy, and then Monaco, and then Dubai, so UAE. And since 2016, I started to really work related to the yachting industry. Before, it was more a passion. It was more related to the people that I was meeting, that they were yachties and working in that industry. And what I really adore about the industry, the yachting industry, is of course the beauty, because it's a beauty, bel ambiente. And it's full of nice people. It's not only a matter of money, okay? Yeah. But it's really the background of the people who are working in the yachting. It's international, absolutely multicultural. I think that this is something that I really, really, really like, and that make my passion even bigger.
Yes, and your role in yachting is all connected to the PR and the networking.
Yes.
So tell us more. How did you sail into this world and the transition from the finance world and the personal, the family offices?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, in my background, I worked in a bank, fiduciary, multifamily office. I deal with a kind of clients that are very close related to the yachting. So being able to treat with them, to understand their needs, to understand also which are the peculiarity of this kind of business. So the discretion, and I think this is important to have.
So your role in yachting is all related with the people. You have this great passion about people, and you connect, you do the PR, and you are very strong at networking.
Si.
Tell us more about networking. This is a topic that we are all interested, because we know that yachting is all driven by who you know, right?
Absolutely. So it came out not immediately. is something that became more and more and more and more strong in what I wanted and what I love to do it in the last 3-4 years. Okay, before, of course, I was always focused and dedicated in all my previous job on the selling part. So when you are working in the sale, you are good to understand what people want. You want to catch and get the clients. So you need to understand what is in their mind and what they prefer, what they want. From this is my first background that I understood that when I was going to this event and when I was invited or when I was organizing an event, at the end, there was a figure that was missing, a person that was missing, and it was the one that was connecting the people, no? And I said, this is something that I like to do because I invited them. I invited to that event, or I know that maybe that person can be interested to what this person is doing. Why we don't connect them? And this is how it became. It came out my passion, and I increased my passion on doing that. So the connections are important, and I can tell you that in my professional career, most of the connections that I have now are the same that I had 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. So even if I change job, country, and industry, I was and I am able to say that I'm still having the same good people around. So this is a big strength, but it's also very useful.
And how you balance like your energy, where to focus more on keeping those long-term relations or making new connections?
No, definitely is making new connections.
Making new connections.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Making new connection is at least 60% of my actual developing a network, a business, and the 40% is keeping my whole connection. Because at the end, everybody has this, my connection of the bank of 20 years ago, they can still be, let's say, useful, but it's more like
it's a tool that you're...
Yes, exactly. It's because most of them, they had a very nice career. So they have a nice role, and I'm very happy for them. I always follow my people, and I really like to see the success of others.
And tell me, what are those tips to keep up with the old connections, and to create new connections?
Okay, so keep up all connections. You are very lucky at the moment because we have social media. So social media help us to know what they are doing, what is their career, and like LinkedIn or also other like Instagram. This helped me a lot. And to make new connections, what is important is to be curious to, of course, to know what the others doing, and having also the chance, of course, to go and to some events, or to don't miss a networking event that can be important for your business, and talk to people without any problems, and without mask. At the end of the day, we are there for working. And in this, I think that Dubai helped me a lot to understand that, because in Dubai, basically every day you can have a networking event, and people are very open, and they want to go there, and they want to know what you are doing and why you are there, and maybe it's possible to do business. This is very different from France and from Monaco.
Okay.
And Italy too.
Do you think that social media has the same power than physical, like physical event?
It depends. It depends about how is your path on that, how is your feeling about that. I can tell you that in social media, in Instagram, I have met virtually people who are sharing my same value. And because of that, I think that few of them that I still didn't meet in person can be a very good, why not, maybe partner in work.
Because I feel we are so lucky to be here.
Assolutamente.
But in the yachting industry, I believe we don't have geographical limits.
Absolutely.
So what about the people, I don't know, who are in Turkey, in Croatia, even in the UK, in small
Absolutely.
places that are not physically able to participate and to interact. So the only tool in this moment is...
I believe that at the end of the day, meeting is fundamental in the business, okay? Because I still like to talk to people, to see them and look them in the eyes. So this is still important for me. But we have social media and I don't use it. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Now let's go to the topic about women in yachting. So from the moment that you started in yachting, and also you have your other background, but especially the role of women in yachting, how has evolved for you?
But first of all, we have more and more people who are in key role, women in key role in the industry. In some areas, still maybe not enough, but in some others, yes. And I think that the evolution that is not only in the yachting industry, is also in other industry, are logical because women are, I don't want to say more intelligent, but they are intelligent, they deserve. They are a hard worker and reliable, and they know how to keep the pressure. Like men, with a different touch, that they are maybe sometimes more sensitive, and especially in the client relation, they're very good. So they can understand. I'm thinking about all the most of the position in marketing.
Yeah, a lot.
And there are almost all women.
In communication.
Yeah, because we have this maybe touch
and
different and sensitivity. And then about selling, so sales, a lot of women in the shipyard, in the brokerage house. Yeah, I think that this is and of course the design, but I think that for affinity of the artistic point of view, maybe I'm not surprised about that. Yeah. So,
do you think that the fact of being a woman, it kind of can improve, or you can play with this element to have your personal brand in front of the
sure, that I can tell you for myself, okay? I think that even if you work for a big house or for a big name, if you're a woman, you're always recognized by your own qualities. Mm-hmm. So yes, I think that a woman bring with herself not only the name of the brand that she's working for, but also herself. Mm-hmm. Yes, so absolutely. Yeah, same.
And the other topic, Elisa, that I wanted to talk now that we're talking about personal brand, we know that physical appearance is crucial when it comes to that, how you dress, how you talk, how you
present yourself.
Absolutely. And we know that you've been going through a very hard challenge in the last year that has changed your personal appearance, and maybe now you don't fit in that stereotype that everybody's used to, right?
Absolutely.
First, I want to say how much I really, really admire you for owning that and to be strong enough to say, this is me, this is part of me, and just go and keep doing what you are with so much confidence.
Grazie, thank you, Sofiane.
I cannot imagine that. How it's been.
Yes, it's been hard because apparently it's for a woman. I think a lot means a lot because of the pressure from the society. Okay, you always have this idea that you are a woman, you want to have success, and so you need to be beautiful, in shape. How many women we see that they give birth and after 2 weeks they are perfect. It took me 6 months to get back to a almost normal shape. So what I'm saying is that we have a society that put a lot of pressure on us. Okay, so the appearance is equal your success. So yeah, when this happens to me, I was very shocked. Very shocked. I hid for 3 months at home. I was under treatment, cortisone and everything. I was really trying to keep my hairs attached to my scalp. And just to be clear, I got an autoimmune disease that is called alopecia. So it can hit you in a small way. In my case, it hit me a lot, like you can see. And when after these 3 months, and my 4th month of the visit, that I understood that this would be part of my life for at least 1 year or maybe more, I said, what you can do? What I can do? I have to work. I was ashamed. Yes, I was ashamed to show myself because I was not me. In my mind, it was not me, this person. Now I accept it. I said, I want to go ahead. I don't want to hide. I still feel lucky that it's only alopecia. And this can be only a proof for others or an help for others. For my daughter first, because I'm a mother, I have responsibility in front of her to show that life can be also this, but you can always surface and go
I'm getting
on. No, but it's true.
Yeah.
This was one big reason because, of course, that I cried and sometimes I still cry. And I can, as I told you before to start the interview, I lost all my lashes. I have 3 lashes. I have 15 hairs that I'm counting in my head. But at the end of the day, I'm here. I'm smiling. I'm good. I'm good. My health is good. So this is the first things to it's more strong than business and everything. So, and I think that once you realize that, people who are in front of you for business can only appreciate you.
Absolutely. Can just admire you and have a drive to work with you because you're showing resilience and strength. Absolutely. But then let's keep talking about the personal image and how this affects how for example we just passed the Monaco and Camille show. How did people perceive you and talk to you? And
first I think I did a right things when I put this post in LinkedIn about and showing myself already bald. This helped me because I was also prepared and the people around me was prepared to see me because it's a shock. The first time you see me compared to what I was looking, it's a shock. This helped me. And I found so many nice people, nice messages, nice people that came to see me and said, you know, I have a friend, my cousin, my nephew had this problem. And I felt that I was surrounded by nice people. When you are... I think that when you are sick, it can be a big sickness or something more light. You start to think about life. You start to think about what you want and what is really important. And when you arrive to that stage, that what is important is what you really communicate to people, your authenticity, what you receive is the same. And this is great. So what has been in Monaco and in Cannes is this. It happens that people were talking to me without any, I want to say, there was no filter, you know? And this is great. It's great for the business point of view because you can show that you are, especially in my job, that is the PR, you can really show them what is your value and what are the values that are important for you, okay? And for the personal point of view, it's amazing because you can really meet and find nice people. In Cannes, I met one girl that she is working for a big designer, Italian designer, that had the same problem of mine. Yeah. And it was great. It was very great. And she helped me a lot.
And you're saying that from your point of view. I will tell you from my point of view, you just look like, first you look like if nobody knows. Yeah. I have my photographer and she said, well, you guys are really fashionable in this. I'm like, yes. But it's first, it's inspiring. And second is just like you own it so much. It just makes you want to.
You know, sometimes I say that I have my transparent hairs because sometimes I still move my head like I had my hairs. I touch it. So yeah, it's funny. It's funny, more or less. It's pretty cold, because during the yacht show I got cold because the weather is changing. Because when I became bald, it was May. Mm-hmm. And it was summertime in Monaco, so in Europe, and it was easier.
Yeah, but it's interesting how you can take something that is not positive,
yeah,
sure,
and turning into
make it a weapon. Tell me other situations or occasions in your career that you have done this shift of a situation.
I think that in a career of a person, you grow with your age. Okay, and I can say that I have at least 2 steps in my career, big one. So the first is when I gave up everything. Really, I left my job in Nice. I left everything to follow my love at that time. That then I was my ex-husband, but I was married, and I married him, and I had a daughter with him. So I left everything. So I had to restart again a career from zero, and then I left again because I had to come back with a little child, and then I started again. And I think that when I decided to, when I divorced, it was not easy because my ex-husband was not living close. So thanks God I had my family at that time that supported me. But I think that a big switch has been when I decided to go and move to Dubai. And I felt like weak because it was me and my daughter alone. And then I said, no, this can only be a chance for me and for her to learn a new culture, to live in a new country. And this has been like that. It was very hard because I was, for me and for her. But when we say and we talk about resilience, I think that this is a big example of resilience.
Yeah, I'm a believer that when you touch the deep and there is no other way to go, is the chance that you have. It's actually a good moment.
Absolutamente. When you realize that you know what happens to me on the last 2 years. So I lost the people I really loved, the most important people in life. So my parents, so both of them, they are not here anymore. I changed career because I opened my own company. So I became entrepreneur. I moved back in Italy from UAE, and I felt myself alone with my daughter. And I think that everybody live something very hard in their life, but at the same time, if you're able to take the strength and turn this into something like a superpower that you have, this can be great. This can be the turning point.
So what are your plans? What is this superpower now? What is bringing you?
My superpower brings me to work. I have to work. I want to work. I want to focus on the career, even because this stopped me for some months that were important for me. And so I want to... yes, esatto. I'm working already for the New Year event. and I want to keep going and do my business, and maybe we'll. Of course, there is a new season of the boat show in US that are coming next week with Flips, and then there is Abu Dhabi, and then there will be Miami, Dubai, Palm Beach, and so yes, these are on the calendar.
And now closing, I want for you to inspire first us as women, right? If you can give us some tips of what we can do or what is there already led by women that we can participate on.
Okay. First, there is concerning some organization. There are many of them that are led by women. Soon we will have in Metz the Yacht Femme Awards, and so Women in Yachting Awards, and I'm looking forward to see which will be the first award. And then we have in Monaco, there are also some organizations led by women, like the Cluster Yachting of the Yacht Club of Monaco, under the Yacht Club of Monaco, and then Claudia Bettany or Nathalie Kever with the C Index. And so we have many possibility to admire other organizations and that support women, or eventually they are led by a very inspiring person. And of course, there are in the industry, there is you also with your Yachtllywood, with your magazine. I think that there are many women who are trying to bring and do something different and support really the industry.
Yeah. And now, as a last question, I want you to inspire all of us, women, men, tutti. You, from your experience in networking, and you are like a power networker, what are the tips that you can give us for our next event or for our next conversation in LinkedIn? What can we do to strengthen and to create new connections?
I think that I have personally some rules that I follow. First, I like to listen, okay, be curious, and be kind. So listen, because if you open your ears and you're trying to really understand what the other person has to say, you can straight away, have a lighter come into your mind and say, okay. Maybe this person can be interested to something else. And curious, because if you are not curious, you don't enjoy don't enjoy the conversation. And be kind, because people always remember if you're kind with them. So this is very nice to be. And then, of course, but this is not only tips in PR. I think it's in life, not to don't give up and to be resilient and to believe in yourself and believe in your project and in your dreams.
And be authentic as well, right?
Absolutely, be authentic, because even if you try, you cannot be another person. This will come out sooner or later.
I think you're the perfect example that being authentic and owning who you are is the best and the absolutely best tool that you can have.
Absolutamente. This is, I think, the key of everything. I think that there's no right and wrong on how you want to be. Okay, so sometimes you can appear more of what you are really are, because maybe it's just a moment, okay? But what is important, it's really to be deeply authentic in what you are doing in that moment, because at the end we are here and we need to enjoy. It's not only business; we have to enjoy the moment. And I want to put and stress the fact that look, I was very composed with my hands, and I didn't.
You try hard.
Yes, so I deeply committed to stay. to don't look so much Italian, not only for my accent, but only for my gestures.
Elisa, this was such a beautiful podcast.
Yes, thanks to everybody that has the that gave me the time to listen to me and you, of course, to us.
Thank you,
Hope you
Elisa.
enjoyed, and I will see you soon. I'm already booked for the next.
Absolutely. Thank you
Bene.
guys for listening.
Ciao, bye.
Ciao.
Thanks for joining us today in the Minds of Yachtllywood, the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting episodes with incredible guests. Until next time.